After months of performing across continents, BTS member Jin has finally wrapped up his first solo world tour, Seokjin EP Tour, in a grand finale on November 1st, 2025 in Incheon. But as the cheers faded and the lights dimmed, fans witnessed something beyond the music and spectacle, a rare moment of vulnerability from Jin himself. During a Weverse live session held shortly after the encore concert, Jin appeared visibly tired. Though he smiled and spoke with gratitude to fans, the exhaustion on his face was unmistakable. His drooping eyes, slower than usual speech, and repeated sighs did not go unnoticed by his global fandom, ARMY. For many, it was a bittersweet reminder of the immense pressure and physical toll that idols often endure behind the scenes. This Weverse moment quickly became a trending topic online. A fan account named Jinia Seokjin posted a screen capture from the live stream with the caption, "He keeps smiling, but you can tell he's drained. Please rest, Jin. You gave us everything." Indeed, Jin had given everything. Beginning in June 2025, the Seokjin EP tour spanned 9 major cities across Asia, North America, and Europe. Each performance featured live vocals, emotionally charged stages, and high-production visuals, not to mention the immense preparation and travel in between. The encore concert, held at Munhak Stadium, was attended by more than 30,000 fans and even featured surprise guest appearances by BTS members Jimin and Taehyung, both of whom had also just completed military service alongside Jin. Perhaps the most emotional moment came not on stage, but backstage, when Taehyung was reportedly seen in tears, a sign of just how meaningful and demanding this reunion was. For Jin, who not only headlined the tour but also shouldered the weight of a soloist's expectations, the impact was doubly intense. During the Weverse session, Jin's tone shifted between gratitude and gentle honesty. "Because of our armies, I was able to sing in front of you all. It feels like my energy keeps coming back renewed. I believe it's all thanks to my dear fans," he said with a tired but warm smile. He also spoke about the physical discipline required to keep up with the demands of the tour. "I run every day, and I try to work out regularly. I want to look good for you," he said. Yet, despite the effort, the signs of fatigue had clearly caught up with him. Fans across platforms like X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram rallied around Jin with hashtags like #RestWellJin, #ThankYouSeokjin, and #RunSeokjin EP Tour. Many expressed not only their pride in his accomplishments, but also their deep concern for his well-being. One fan wrote, "You don't have to prove anything anymore, Jin. We already know how much you love us. Please take care of yourself now." Jin's solo career had already begun turning heads with the release of Happy in November 2024 and Echo in May 2025. But it was this tour, his first post-military, that truly marked a new chapter. From emotional ballads to upbeat tracks, Jin showcased the full spectrum of his musical abilities, gaining recognition not just from ARMY but also from Western artists like Charlie Puth, Chris Martin, and even Jimmy Fallon, all of whom publicly praised his artistry. Yet none of the accolades, lights, or confetti could mask the simple truth visible in his eyes. Jin is human. And that humanity, the willingness to show fatigue, to speak honestly, and to keep performing despite it all, is exactly what endears him even more to fans around the world. Industry insiders speculate that Jin may now enter a brief rest period before releasing new material or potentially preparing for BTS's full reunion, expected in 2026. Regardless of what comes next, fans agree on one thing: his health must come first. Even the brightest stars need time to rest. A fan's post read, gaining over 100,000 likes within hours. Jin rests and recovers. The Seokjin EP tour will be remembered not just for its musical brilliance, but for the emotional honesty that accompanied it. For a man who once said, "I want to give comfort through my music," Jin has done just that, and more. He reminded the world that even global icons need care, love, and a moment to breathe. As the online reaction grew louder, even Korean and international media outlets began highlighting Jin's visible fatigue as a symbol of both his work ethic and the emotional cost of stardom. Popular Korean entertainment site Dispatch wrote, "Jin's eyes told a different story, of quiet sacrifice and unspoken pressure." Meanwhile, US-based pop culture magazine Rolling Sound praised Jin for his ability to remain emotionally available to fans even at his lowest physical point, calling his Weverse session a masterclass in vulnerability. That moment, Jin sitting in front of the camera, no glamour, no filter, just raw emotion, became a flashpoint in the larger conversation around artist well-being in the K-pop industry. While BTS is known for their consistent quality and commitment to fans, Run Seokjin EP tour revealed just how much one man can give when he is carrying both the legacy of a global supergroup and his own personal dream. It's easy to forget that this was Jin's first solo tour ever. Unlike his earlier appearances with BTS, where the load was shared among 7, this time, every spotlight was his alone. From stage rehearsals to vocal training, media interviews, and choreographies, Jin had to carry not just expectations, but the emotional weight of being the face of the tour. His determination to prove himself as a solo artist was evident in every performance, even if it meant pushing his limits. And yet, amidst all the exhaustion, the Weverse Live was also filled with moments of hope. Fans were deeply moved when Jin chuckled softly and said, "I'm really tired, but when I see your messages and cheers, somehow my strength comes back." His smile, tired, yes, but sincere, left a lasting impression on those watching. This pattern of emotional openness has become Jin's signature. Throughout his career, whether through V-Lives, interviews, or songs like Abyss and Epiphany, Jin has often allowed fans a glimpse into his personal battles with pressure, identity, and the burden of perfection. It is perhaps this quality, his willingness to show vulnerability, that has cemented his reputation as one of the most emotionally accessible idols in the industry. Fans have often pointed out how Jin's music serves as therapy for them. Now, seeing him exhausted, many feel the urge to return that healing energy back to him. "We've been comforted by your voice for so long," one fan commented. "Now, let us be your comfort." Despite the fatigue, Jin ended the live broadcast with a heart-shaped finger pose and a quiet message. "I'll be back soon. Don't worry too much, okay? I just need a little rest." That little rest has now become a trending hope among ARMYs, that the industry allows Jin the time he needs to fully recover before his next move. Already, rumors swirl about a potential deluxe edition of Echo, and fans speculate that behind the scenes, Jin may already be penning his next masterpiece. But for now, the world waits. Not for the next performance, not for a surprise drop, but for the chance to say thank you. Thank you for giving so much. Thank you for being human. Because in an industry that often demands perfection, Jin BTS has reminded us that imperfection, tired eyes, slow smiles, moments of silence are not weakness. They are grace, and grace, after all, is what makes an artist timeless. Following the wave of global attention after his Weverse appearance, countless ARMYs from every corner of the world began to flood social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram with messages of support. Hashtags like #RestWellJin, #ThankYouJin, and #ProudOfYouJin trended for hours in multiple countries, showing just how deeply his vulnerability resonated with millions. Many fans began sharing stories of how Jin's music, especially songs like The Astronaut, Abyss, and Super Tuna, had helped them through difficult times. Some posted side-by-side comparisons of Jin during the opening concert in Goyang, looking energized and glowing, versus his final encore in Incheon, where his eyes betrayed a weight he had been carrying for months. Even medical professionals and mental health advocates joined the conversation, with threads emerging on the need for rest and recovery after intense global tours. Fatigue isn't failure. It's a sign that your body and mind need restoration. "We applaud Jin for normalizing this," wrote a Korean psychiatrist in a viral post. What's even more telling is how Big Hit Music responded. While the company is known for carefully curated press releases, this time, their team released a heartfelt note the next day, stating, "We deeply appreciate all the love and concern shown to Jin. Our artist's well-being is our top priority, and we will ensure he receives the care and rest he deserves before resuming any activity." It was a rare moment of public alignment between fan sentiment and agency acknowledgement, a testament to Jin's impact and the growing maturity of the K-pop ecosystem when it comes to protecting artists' health. Backstage stories later revealed by staff and dancers added even more texture to the picture. One dancer noted how Jin would rehearse past midnight, despite everyone else being dismissed, insisting that every note and step had to be worthy of ARMY. He's not just a perfectionist. He's a protector. He wants to protect the hearts of those who believe in him, the dancer said. Meanwhile, members of BTS themselves have subtly shown support. Jungkook, in a Q&A after the concert, said, "Hyung worked really hard. I saw him push beyond his limits. I wish he rests.